Yes, people, what is going on? The maddest trade I did not see coming has literally just happened. The Miami Dolphins have traded the number 3 overall pick with what team? The San Francisco 49ers. Now, we know their quarterback situation isn't necessarily 100% complete or certain or anything. But this is, it's just astronomical. Let's talk about it from a San Fran, then we'll point about it from the Dolphins' point of view. San Fran, what they're giving up. They are giving up 2 first-round picks in the next 2 years. They will not have a draft pick, I don't think, in 2022, and they definitely won't have one in 2023. They might trade, get one back in, I don't know. But they are giving up 2 first-round draft picks, plus the 12th overall for us this year, and also they're giving up a 3rd round, I believe it's this year as well. That is an amazing haul to still have a first-round pick this year at number 12, which is still in the top half of the draft, as well as getting another 3rd, which we probably need. Again, very deep draft class this year, plus then 2 ones in the future. Now, it throws a lot out there. It throws a hell of a lot out there. What do I think is going to happen? I mean, it would have been probably nice if you're going to go for Deshaun Watson. It probably would have been nice to give them the 3rd overall pick, but at the same time, it is still only 1 pick. I still think the Dolphins are going to stick with Tua. I don't think the Deshaun Watson stuff right now makes a hell of a lot of sense. I don't see it happening before the draft. It does make sense to me. But what does make sense is that this is a very deep draft class, and I'm not too sure about who the Dolphins were after. Now, I've done mock drafts, I've seen a lot of mock drafts, and everyone's got the Dolphins taking Jamar Chase at number 3. That ain't going to happen now. That's not going to happen. It throws a lot out there, and I do think we could be potentially looking at 4 quarterbacks going off the board in the first 4 picks. Number 5, I'm pretty sure, will be Penei Sewell to the Cincinnati Bengals. If they stay there, of course, that's another matter. This is an absolutely huge deal for the Dolphins, because if you are going to go for Deshaun Watson, you've got those picks for the future. We've got 6 picks, including the 2 this year, 4 picks that in potential years we could trade up for Deshaun Watson. Again, don't think it's going to happen. If it does, I think it'll be us that does it. I think a lot of teams haven't necessarily got the draft capital that we have. But it also then kind of shows a real sign. I don't necessarily think the Dolphins are willing to give up on the current crop of players we've got right now. I don't think that they want to give up on Xavier Howard. I think he's I think he's a bomb. I think he's awesome. I think he's superb. They don't want to give up on Tua. They want to surround him with weapons. It's a very deep draft class at wide receiver. They brought in Will Fuller. It makes a lot of sense to not necessarily go after Jamar Chase. Are we going to regret it? Only time will tell. Only time will tell. But it's not going to be a case of who we pick at 12 versus who we pick in Jamar Chase at number 3, likely. That's not going to happen. It's going to be who we're going to pick over the next 3 years that makes this, is it worth it or not? Again, draft picks are all a massive gamble. But from a Dolphins fan point of view, I'm over the moon. I'm absolutely loving life at the moment. I mean, what are we going to do? There's a lot of players that could drop. I think there's going to be a hell of a lot of players that could drop. When you've got a quarterback going for the first 4 picks, I mean, yeah, it's not going to be that uncommon to potentially see. You know, again, Mac Jones is going to probably go in in single-digit numbers, I reckon. If he gets past that, I would be very surprised. You then look at Penei Sewell, that's another one. Surtain. Again, there's so many different people you could pick. There is a potential that someone like Devontae Smith actually drops to you at 12, where we now get the San Francisco 49ers pick. Plus, we then pick at 18. Are we going to try and go for offensive linemen? Would make sense. Wouldn't like to draft one too high at 3. So now maybe at 12, that makes a lot more sense. Darisaw or someone along those lines. There's some good players. There are some really good players. I would still like to see us leave the draft with Najee Harris in the first round. But now that we've got the 12th overall pick, plus whatever we get in the future, if we could leave with either Jalen Waddle or Devontae Smith, that would be absolutely amazing. There's a lot coming in. I'm going to try and see what's going on. And maybe get back to you if there's any sort of massive update. But absolutely huge news for the Dolphins. I can't quite believe it. I am very happy. This is going to be the draft setup for about 6 weeks' time or whatever it is. So make sure you check it out. A little bit temperate at the moment, but there's some good stuff coming up. Anyway, thank you for watching. If you're new around here, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you back here for loads more content coming up very soon, including mock drafts. See you later.